But I'm out in the New Forest and I want to show you a feature in the forest. There's quite a few of them and they're called Alder Carrs. They're linear bogs with trees growing down the centre, and I'm taking you to a place where you can see one from fairly high ground, so I'll show you more in a moment. Now there's the Alder Carr to the right, Matley Wood in front. Up until about the First World War, these alders were coppiced or cut down to make charcoal for gunpowder, because apparently it makes very good gunpowder. The word carr, C-A-R-R, comes from the Saxon, which actually means alder. It's quite a long strip of woodland, quite a narrow strip. The bog is on both sides of it. You find the usual bogland plants here, and the most important one being sphagnum moss, which is incredibly absorbent. In fact, it used to be collected during the First World War to make field dressings. Because of the nature of acidic bogs, the sphagnum was almost bacteria free, so it was ideal for absorbent dressings. It starts to get quite wet here now. It's very deceiving. A lot of people are not aware of it and then walk straight over it thinking it's grass, and you'll see how easy it is to push your foot right down. If I went any further, I would be above my knees. I have even seen dead horses, young foals, in these sort of bogs, so you've got to be pretty careful. There's bog cotton, and see the bog asphodel has come out, which is a pretty little yellow flower. There's the close-up of the sphagnum moss with sundews on. I'm going to walk to the other end, or what you might call the bottom end of the Alder Carr. Now, this is typical bog woodland, but this is older. You notice the colour of the water. You've got that very brown, rusty look. The iron oxides that come out of the soil. This is a fairly dry part, so I can actually walk on it. But further on, very, very difficult. You certainly need waders. In my lifetime, this has dried out quite a bit. Because these Alder Carrs are so difficult to walk in, they do form wonderful protection for wildlife and animals, so they don't get disturbed by anything, because no one can get in there. This little white flower, I couldn't identify it to start with, but I sent a photograph to a friend, and he said it's a pale version of the bog pimpernel. Anyway, this the alder stops here, and there's a gap, and then continues right further along. Anyway, I hope you found this interesting. It's one of those features that when you go for a walk, you might not notice it, but perhaps you'll notice it now. They're interesting places. So goodbye for now.